guys, I am Ian K, and in this video I wanted to do a showcase on the latest Fusion champion that is just about to end or will be ending by the time this video is up, and that is Karato the Foxhunter. So this champion is a champion that is pretty decent, not bad, but it's not amazing either. But the main testing that I'm going to showcase him in this video is him in Clan Boss, since realistically, he works pretty well with, of course, his partner champion Yumiko in other content and especially Arena. But if you have him alone, he's probably not gonna be used in Arena or even PvE. But if him alone, the area that I can see him work is probably Clan Boss. So the main appeal for using him in Clan Boss is his A1 with the ability to place weaken. So his A2 and A3 are not really relevant in Clan Boss at all, except the damage. Specifically his A2. His A3 is not worth using in a Clan Boss at all since it does less damage. So in the Clan Boss, which I'll be showcasing him, I pretty much cancel out this ability. So the comp that he works in is basically any comp that needs a weaken debuff, and the comp that can use him is basically one of the easiest one key Ultra Nightmare team right now, Unkillable team, which is the Fu-Myth Seeker. So he fits into that comp pretty much perfectly, since that comp already has a decreased defense from Fushan, and he offers the weaken, and he's an attack-based champion, so he fits right in. So yeah, so in this video I'll be testing him in the Fu-Myth Seeker team to compare or to just see how much damage can he do in that team. So this is the gear that I have on him. I have him in Retaliation set. So the Retaliation set is pretty much the best set for that comp, since that comp doesn't take any damage at all from the block damage buff from the Mytha. So they will never get a chance to counterattack from the Mastery. So the Retaliation set is the best set. So I have him in Retaliation set. His stats is 6.7k attack. I have 100% crit rate, 250 crit damage, and I have him with enough accuracy to land his debuff. So he has 167 speed. Then for books, so I only book him enough to max out his A1 to increase the chance of his debuff as well as damage, and the A2 because this is the skill that has high multiplier, so we will be using this skill. His A3 does not need to be maxed at all since I will not be using this skill in the Clan Boss. For masteries, so I have him built in the standard Clan Boss mastery. So his passive, which it's supposed to not increase the damage he inflicted through his passive, but I believe when I did the run, like his damage actually did increase at the later rounds compared to earlier rounds. But I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it did. So I'm guessing that it works for Clan Boss or PvE, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, there isn't really any other masteries to take besides this standard mastery anyway. So I just have him in this standard Clan Boss mastery. So the crit rate, crit damage, the 5% when full, the single out, methodical, and then onto Giant Slayer since he has a triple hitter A1, which will be his main DPS ability. So then I have him in the support tree with just accuracy and obviously no turn meter increasing mastery. So sniper to increase the chance to place his weaken on his A1. All right, so this is the gear. I can just show his gear quickly. All right, so the other four champion will be the same Fu-Myth Seeker champion with Fushan, the Mytha, Seeker, and Harris. All right, so I'll be going into the Clan Boss run right now. All right, so we have him. I will be testing him against the Force Affinity Clan Boss, which is the best affinity for him in this comp since he is positive affinity and we only have one champion that is negative affinity, which is Seeker. So the comparison between him and Fushan as the DPS will be I guess, on an even playing field. All right, so this is the standard Fu-Myth Seeker comp. It's full auto from the start if you set up their AIs. And then for Karato's AI, all I did was just make sure that he doesn't use his A3 at all. So he'll only use his A1 and his A2. So as we can start to see here, so with decreased defense and weaken up, we can see how much damage he'll do on his abilities. With increased attack up, so this is the so he does about 250k on his A2, which is pretty good. Oh, look at Fushan with the 4-hitter on his A1 there. Then on his A1, he does about 65k per hit, so about 180, 190k per hit. All right, so I'm just going to let this run go. I'll fast forward the run to see, and then I'll come back towards the end of the run to see how much damage it does. Okay, so it looks like the run is almost over. So we hit about 98 million damage right here. All right, so we did about 98.2 million, 98.3 million damage. We were not able to hit the 100 million mark, but we did pretty convincingly one key. So in terms of damage, we'll see that just comparing Fushan and Karato as the main DPS champion. So Karato did slightly less damage than Fushan, but they are about the same, I guess, in terms of dealing damage, but still pretty decent damage with 28 million compared to, I guess, the top damage dealer in this comp, which will be Turvold. Turvold does usually about 40 plus million, between 40 to 45 million, so he's definitely not up there, but he still fits. And considering this is a free, quote unquote, free fusion champion that fits in this comp, so if you don't have any damage dealer and you want to use champion, he can fit right into this comp. All right, so that is how he performs in Clan Boss. He's a pretty decent damage dealer, not the best, of course, but he can work if you don't have any of the other DPS options for this comp that I've shown in my previous videos. So one thing to note is, since he does not apply any other debuff besides his weaken, this means that you can equip your other champion, specifically the Mytha, in toxic gear. So if you're uh, in the other champions that I have, for example, Scabrius or Annex or whoever who also places poison like Fane, you cannot gear your other champions in Toxic since they might take up the debuff bar and you might not be able to land crucial debuffs. But using him, using Karato, you can gear one of your champion with the Toxic gear, specifically Harris. All right, so that is the end of my video. That's the end of this showcase. So my closing thoughts is that he is a decent champion, not the best. If you don't have any other DPS champions, he's definitely an option. But aside from that, I honestly don't see him being used in any other area of the game. So if you're willing to invest the champion just for your clan boss comp, uh, all in for it. But keep in mind that I have him in retaliation gear. So if you do not have retaliation gear, the DPS might suffer quite significantly, I'd say, and you might not be able to one key. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.